The other thing that we have on here is an autopilot. So on the shelf down below, I'm going to go grab that the control head right now, but it's on the starboard shelf in the salon, and this is it here. So it looks like this. It fits into this little fitting here, slots down there, and then this connector here is the end of it is right in here, and this is a pretty hefty kind of connector. Just put that together and snap it in. You'll hear it come on, and you kind of just lay that down in there, and that'll be secure. Now let's talk about the operation of the autopilot. Okay, so now we have the autopilot, and the main parts of that are this control head that we have to attach, and then this ring here on the wheel with a motor right back here, and then a control handle right here. And we'll come back and talk about that in a minute. Let's talk about the control head first. You have two main buttons, standby and auto. The standby means it's just ready to go. Auto means you've engaged the electronic part of the autopilot. You also have to engage the mechanical part of the autopilot, and that's this handle back around here. And so it is in the disengaged position right now. Make sure that that's standby. And you can take the wheel and turn it right now. If I take this and turn this handle down, then the wheel, you don't turn the wheel, and do not force it. If you start to turn it, it won't go. It means that this handle is down, and if you force it, it'll strip the toothed belt that's inside here. Okay? All right, so engaged, disengaged. Never reach through the wheel to get to that lever. Autopilot, if it decides to be on and you reach through like this, it can just break your arm. So it can be very dangerous. So there we are, disengaged right now. So you should never operate this handle unless it's in standby position. So whenever I go to use that handle, I hit standby. The important thing about the standby and the auto is that, and the handle, is that you only operate the handle when you're in standby mode. Okay? So if I want to set the autopilot, then I'm in standby mode. I go over here and engage the motor, and then I'm on the heading that I want to be on. Then I hit auto, and now it's going to hold that heading. If you're on 79 degrees, it's going to hold that heading. So when this is in auto, you can also control the wheel with these buttons here. This is plus and minus 10 and plus 10. So if this one here is 10 degrees to port, so if I push that, it turns the wheel. If I push that, it turns 10 degrees to starboard. Okay, and then these are just 1 degree to port there, and then 1 degree to starboard. And you can, 1 degree to port, 1 degree to starboard. Okay, you can also hit these two together, these two or these two. So if you push both of these together, on the plus side, that's a starboard tack, so that'll turn the boat 90 degrees to starboard. Push these two together, and it'll turn the boat 90 degrees to port. Okay, again, this control here for the rudder should be left on this minimum mark right here. Otherwise, again, you'll strip the gears. Okay, so now let's just go through the whole usage of the autopilot more at speed. Okay, so put it in standby. I'm going to come back here, disengage that, and now we're in normal mode here. Okay, I want to use the autopilot. So I get myself lined up. Here we are. Okay, now here we are, and this, whatever we're pointed at, that's where we want to go. It's on standby right now. So what I'm going to do is engage the autopilot and then hit auto. Now that's going to hold that heading. Now I want to change that. I want to turn it off, go to standby, and disengage it with the handle. So again, you're only going to operate the handle when you're in standby mode. Okay, standby, operate the handle, engage it, go along on your autopilot route. You want to turn it off, hit standby, disengage the lever there, and you're good. So that's the autopilot. Okay, so we finished using the autopilot, and we want to take it down below. To disconnect it, we just have to disconnect this connector. It's got a little button here that you push, and you hold the bodies and wiggle it apart. Okay, don't hold it by the cords and pull it apart. That will destroy everything. So together like that, take it apart, push that, and wiggle it a little bit, and it'll be good. You can just drop that down in there. Now you can take the head and take that down below and put it on the starboard shelf.